Welcome to our story of AI YouTube channel. Once upon a time, in a small quaint village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Raj. Raj was known as the poorest student in the village. His tattered clothes and worn-out shoes were a stark contrast to the neatly dressed children who attended the village school. Every day as Raj walked to school, he passed by a majestic old oak tree. Its branches stretched wide, offering shade to those who sought refuge from the sun. Under this tree, a wise old teacher named Mrs. Anderson often sat, reading books and teaching her own children. One day, as Raj trudged past the oak tree, Mrs. Anderson called out to him, "Young man, would you like to join my class? It's open to all, and I believe you have a thirst for knowledge." Raj's eyes lit up with excitement. He had always dreamt of going to school, but his family couldn't afford it. Mrs. Anderson's offer was like a ray of sunshine breaking through the clouds. From that day on, Raj became a regular student under the oak tree. He was the most diligent and dedicated student in Mrs. Anderson's class. He borrowed books from the village library and spent hours studying under the shade of the oak tree. As months turned into years, Raj's dedication bore fruit. He excelled in his studies, and his knowledge became renowned throughout the village. With Mrs. Anderson's guidance, he won a scholarship to a prestigious university. Years later, Raj returned to the village as Dr. Raj, a successful surgeon. He had never forgotten the kindness shown to him by Mrs. Anderson and the opportunities that learning had brought into his life. Inspired by his journey, Dr. Raj opened a free school under the same oak tree. He wanted to give back to his village and ensure that no child, regardless of their background, was deprived of an education. The story of the poor student Raj, who became Dr. Raj, the benevolent educator, taught the village that education was the greatest equalizer. It didn't matter where one started. What mattered was the determination to learn and the generosity to share knowledge with others. Under the shade of that majestic oak tree, generations of students would grow, inspired by the story of a boy who turned his dreams into reality through education and kindness. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to our channel.